Hey guys, just finished brewing up a couple cups of coffee here, so wanted to kind of make a quick video about something about this Moccamaster that I've had. I've had this for about 3 years, I think, 2.5, 3 years, something along those lines. Um, I read a lot of reviews before I buy anything, just to make sure I'm, spending my money correctly, not wasting my money, etc. And this is one of those things that people just absolutely rave about. Like they go crazy. They swear by these things. They swear it makes your coffee taste 1,000 times better, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it's one of those things where it's also considered buy it for life. You buy once, cry once. You buy it, you can have it forever. You can service it, replace the parts, and whatnot. Which I love that kind of stuff. That's one of the things I look for when I'm purchasing things. But I want to talk about just like a couple random things that stuck out to me that no one seemed to talk about when they were doing their reviews. I never really noticed anybody talking about this. And I love coffee. I mean, I have worked in a coffee shop previously, a couple years ago. I just have a background with working with it, trying to roast some, etc. So I think I know a little bit about it. So I wanted to speak to a couple things that just seem to drive me nuts. I might be the only one, but maybe this kind of just helps somebody. So the first thing is you can kind of see, I don't even know if you can see while I've been talking, but so it finished brewing and the plastic here, the container up top, the water reservoir, is just starting to, it's obviously starting to fog up. The heating elements down in there, and all the heat and then all the water that's in there and passes through, obviously it heats up. Steam comes out of here a lot, whenever I can get to that, but it starts to fog up. So I'm always having to just make the lid basically be a jar so that water doesn't, or steam just walk by, and this is just a big cloudy mess. And steam can, obviously water being in a hot, wet environment can make mildew grow and stuff like that. So you want to make sure you're keeping it clean. The other thing is, I use filtered water, and we live in the city. So even though I'm using filtered water from my fridge, it's a nice fridge filter, I still get all of these hard water spots all throughout, all this white, like basically calcification. And I'm pretty particular. Like I like to clean it regularly, a couple times a week. I'm cleaning this. I'm trying to descale it on the schedule, recommended schedule. I'm trying to do everything appropriately, make everything last, and take care of my stuff. I mean, I've literally even gotten like a new toothbrush and tried to like clean off this piece of plastic, scrub on the hard water calcification. There's just not really a ton of stuff that you can do, especially if you're just going to do it again. You can't use reverse osmosis water. You can't use distilled water. It'll ruin the copper heating element that these coffee makers and stuff have. So you're pretty much just kind of stuck. The other thing I wanted to mention is, I mean, I love the design. It's an extremely cool design. There are good things about it. Obviously, I mean, it makes good coffee. I mean, makes normal coffee, makes good coffee, whatever. It heats up very quickly, makes the coffee quickly. It looks cool. All the other things I've talked about. But one of the design elements here is, you take this lid off, and I already took it off before I even made this video, because then I paused and I was like, oh, I need to just talk about this. It's driving me crazy. But this thing will be like sopping wet with water because it catches all the steam. So when you pick it up, I mean, water just basically goes everywhere. It'll go all over the sides of your coffee, go all over your countertops. Here, I already wiped it all up. As you can see, it'll just stay there. Maybe tons. The other thing is, it uses the pulsing, like pour over, tries to emulate like a pour over essentially. And so the shower head is just not a great design, to be honest. I'll just show you. It's hot. So it looks like this. There are problems with it. They're all in a line. They're in a row. The water goes straight down, straight to the middle. If you have a pour over, you're pouring it around like this, and you guys know what I'm talking about. This, it just dumps the water intermittently. Yeah, water just stays in this thing. Dumps water intermittently, so it kind of makes like a cavern. And all these grounds that are on the side, like they get a little bit saturated in the middle, depending on how long, how many cups of coffee you're making. Obviously, more water fills up. But the potential, if you're making, 4 cups of coffee, 2 mugs essentially like this, is all these grounds up at the top are not getting extracted. The water is just going in the middle. So it's sort of like you're just like wasting coffee, kind of. So I don't know. I mean, that's just kind of the thing a couple of things that drive me crazy. Just so you guys can be aware, if you're gonna spend all that money on a coffee maker, this coffee maker, I mean, it's expensive. It's not like this is some $100, even $100 coffee maker that you're looking at as an investment and buying that's making good coffee and whatnot. I mean, these things are a couple $100 if you're buying them new, or several $100s if you're buying them new, and probably a couple $100 if you're getting them on Facebook. So I just wanted to like let everybody know kind of my experience. I like it. I worked in coffee a couple years ago, got into roasting a little bit, worked at a coffee shop, did all that stuff. I mean, it tastes fine. I have no complaints with how the taste is. It looks really cool. I like it. I like the green. It's very unique looking. It's an eye grabber, attention grabber, eye catcher. So, but again, it kind of goes hand in hand. If it's grabbing your attention and someone walks over and looks at it and then they see, looks like it's dirty, looks like, water's pouring on you, and the stainless steel shower head is getting completely brown and gunked up with running coffee a couple times through it. I don't know. It's like a trade-off. It's like one of those things where I like coffee. I can taste the differences between certain coffees, but there are, even sort of, I don't want to call them knockoffs, but like copycat versions of this style. There's been lots of this style. There's another company called Better Goods Coffee or Simply Goods Coffee. Not Better Goods, that's the Walmart brand. Simply Good Coffee. And they have a similar design. They have one that's like this. They also have one that's like even more expensive, and it's an all like plastic free type of brew. I would love to try one of those out and see how it compares, but they have a different shower head shape and different stuff. But I'm like, their regular one that they sell is like $100, $150. And I'm like, you could probably get that. Looks unique, operates the same. And if you're a normal person, you're not like a James Hoffman coffee connoisseur, you're not going to be able to tell the difference between brewing on this versus brewing on something else, to be honest, unless it's like a $10 coffee maker. Anyways, I just want to get my 2 cents. I'll probably get, some flack about this from the fanboys, but if I had to buy this again, I would just spend my money on something else, like another nice coffee maker, because this is expensive, more expensive than the average coffee maker, and it's going to taste the same for most people. So that's just my 2 cents. It doesn't matter, obviously. Anybody can say anything on the internet. But those are just some of the things that I have noticed every day of my life for the last 3 years. And I never heard anybody talk about them before I bought this. So I don't know if that's a deal breaker, probably not for anybody. But just thought I would let you know just in case.